once again. How you doing? Thank you so much for not leaving. Thank you so much for not going anywhere. We are back. This is Y254. You can find us on Facebook at Y254. Find us on Instagram, pale X, TikTok, uko kwote tuko, at Y254. And we are glad to be here. We're glad to have you with us right this moment. Yes, and today is International Day of Persons with Disability, and we have had such an amazing session with Kalami Val. She had very good looking and amazing ladies in the house. Na kama umemiss hiyo, please, it's gonna be uploaded pala YouTube in a few, so make sure you go check it out because it has been such an amazing and mind-blowing and educative session. Because there's so much that we need to learn, there's so much we need to be taught, there's so much we need to understand, because it was just amazing. Kuna vitu mingi sana hapo ujui. For those of us who had tuned in na tumekuwa tukisikiza, I know you've learned a thing or two. And yes, these are our fellow people, we love them, we are the same. And we've learned a lot from that conversation, and I hope you've learned or grabbed something. And so, on the same light, I'm not alone today. I am here with a gentleman. He is Dennis Hayo. Yeah, he is a dedicated law student at the University of Nairobi. He is a certified peace builder and peacemaker, trained at the Kofi Annan International Peacemaking Training Center in Ghana. Ushaifika Ghana? He he's also a strong advocate for disability rights and youth empowerment, serving as the chairperson of the Kenya Youths with Disability Association. And beyond advocacy, he is an entrepreneur and a founder of Longchain Limited, a company focused on waste management and recycling solutions. Through his legal training, peace-building expertise, and community leadership, Dennis is committed to creating a more inclusive, sustainable and equitable Kenya. So yes, that is the person I am in the house with. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How you doing?
Keeping up well.
That's amazing. So yes, we are gonna be having a very interesting conversation today, and we're gonna talk about a lot. So stay tuned and let's dive into this, because yes, why not? We have come to this and we are gonna do this, and maswali zikam through, by the way, pale FB, text us, comment, tuambie. If you have any question you wanna ask, tell us. We are here for you. We are so ready to answer your questions. We are so ready to just help each other, because why not? Yeah, we are here for you. And yes, so if we dive into this whole conversation, tell us, Dennis, why did you choose law? Or what inspired you to just be like, you know what, I want to do law and this is what I'm going to pursue?
Thank you very much. My good name is Haya Dennis, as has been stated earlier on. I've actually done with school. Graduating in, when is 11th is in next week, Thursday. Oh,
my congratulations in advance.
Yeah, so I think immediately I got into Form 1. And the first club I joined was debate club. And I gauged myself, because really around that time I had not gauged what I wanted to become. My father wanted me to be an accountant, so I had not really gauged. So after that, because I won multiple awards of best debater, later on became a leader and all that. So I think right in Form 1 I decided to be a lawyer. So by the time I was in Form 4, when my principal asked me, what do you want? I told him I'm already a lawyer. So I think it started right back in Form 1, out of what I was capable of doing at that time.
Amazing. So when we talk about you being a lawyer and now you coming into diving to peace building, why did you decide that on top of the fact that I am a lawyer, I can also delve into peace building?
Another reasons why I wanted to be a lawyer is because to represent the majority, who are the silent majority, the society of persons with disability. which for quite time immemorial have been in suffering for lack of serious representation or adequate representation for that matter. And therefore, having grown in the village, I had experienced what really they have experienced. So I wanted, because there was no a voice that they would run to in the midst of fracas or midst of any kind of conflict with the society or even with among themselves. So I wanted to become an advocate for that matter. When I talk of peace, peace is one very broad term. At what point do someone say they are peaceful? Is it when there is no conflict or not? But that notwithstanding, most of the time when there is conflict, the most ultimate result is people getting maimed or people having disability. Mm-hmm. So the aspect of peace building and peacekeeping, peace building is a process of before, during conflict and post. Peacekeeping happens when already there's a conflict, mm-hmm. and now conflict has occurred, so post-conflict. So the reason why I wanted to be a peace builder and a peacekeeper is because to enhance the quality of peace building by involving persons with disability, whom have otherwise have resulted to be having disability as a result of that conflict. Yeah. So when you involve such kind of persons, it enhances the quality of peace building or even peacekeeping. Yes.
Amazing. So maybe you can tell us about how the journey has been of you delving into peace building and everything that is around, because now you're saying at times, in most cases, disability comes as a result of conflict. Something happens in regards to the same. So how has your journey as a peace builder been, knowing that you are advocating for people with disability and you're also advocating for peace?
It is, again, you see peace. Conflict can be physical and conflict can be psychological. Mm-hmm. Psychological conflict comes when the society is not conducive. So meaning a person with disability at that time is at conflict, mm-hmm. or is at loggerhead with the society. So when there is a massive discrimination or stigmatization, that in itself is a conflict in the mental awareness of that particular individual. So it only requires expertise to solve that. So that's why really I wanted to delve into that alongside being a lawyer. The journey has been not very easy, resulting from the kind of protests that were occurring part of this year and last year. Majority of people whom get into disability club, because it is a club which you do not know when and at what time you can be a member. Yeah. So anyone is a waiting member. And once you're there, you really require to be considered and to be given special care. So you find that the kind of stigma or the kind of trauma this person undergoes when their disability has only come as a result of conflict, that person is really traumatized. At a time, that person do not want to be near any person or anybody, or rather, when they see, when they even hear a hootinka, mm-hmm. They're already disturbed. Yeah. So it is a trauma that goes along. So really, these are the people whom we've been talking to, advising and ensuring that they are included in most of the things that is happening as far as that is concerned. So far in this country, there is no organization that is set up to deal with people who have been maimed as a result of conflict. While in other countries, when I was in Arusha, in the Yala Parliament, because I'm a member of youth parliament East Africa. This is the topic that I was handling as a motion mover at that time. And I had tended to advise the member states to embrace inclusion of such kind of people, because the kind of trauma they undergo is really massive. Some end up committing suicide and all that. So as a result, I wanted to go into that line to create more awareness, because all these things, they become because of lack of information. That has been the major disease to an impediment to disability inclusion.
People don't know, they are not informed.
A lot of things people do not aware of. I was just on a talk show here on radio, vernacular station, Mayenga, and you kind of realize that the kind of lack of information in the society is one thing, is disturbing. And that has resulted to the problems we are facing, more so when it comes to persons with disability. Yeah.
So when we are speaking in the same light about the fact that people are not informed, okay, when we delve or when we look into organizations and institutions, there is the aspect where they are told to include persons with disabilities, employ them, give them positions and all that. So when Val was talking to our guests in the morning, they were saying most organizations do that for sure. We've included them, but in the real sense, they are not really giving them the best environment for them to work at their institutions, yeah? So what would you say when it comes to that? The fact that there are organizations that either they don't even employ persons with disability, or those people are there, but they are not given a conducive environment to work.
Thank you very much. I'll speak in the realms of law, first of all, then I will be in contemporary later on. You see, if you put a law that is only one side, then it is an inadequate law. What do I mean? If you say that you employ at least 5%, that is one side. But again, if you are not given consequences of not employing, then that law is inadequate. Many laws that are being implemented are laws that are adequate. For example, if you are told that it is an offense to steal, and the consequences of stealing or theft is punishable by law by a fine of not exceeding 5 million, or an imprisonment of not exceeding 5 years, or both. So really it is a consequence.
Yeah.
Such that when you are having that intention of stealing, you are already thinking of the consequences.
Yeah.
And for example, if you did not know of the consequences, once you are there, people who will see you serving your prison term will be one. You understand? So up to now, there is no case law, or there is no court case of people who have not employed at least 5% facing consequences. You understand?
Yeah.
So there is no consequence of that law. I would say in my professional terms, that is a lacuna. There's a serious gap in that law. And even the law that has been put into place right now, the Act of 2025, still there's a gap. The Disability Act, of a consequence. Because people will operate, it will be like you're doing it is a privilege you are doing to somebody. I may employ 5%, or I may not. After all,
nothing is going to happen to
exactly.
me. What will they do?
So that is where the problem begins from. So any law that without a consequence is not a law to a man, to a contemporary man. Because man has been made to think that they prevail best in a lawlessness society. And in that in that scenario, when they prevail best with that, they tend to like when there's no consequence. And they like when there's a consequence for another person, not
for
themselves.
Them, yeah.
So really, I think that you may understand now what the consequences are, where the problem starts from. So, well, again, unemployment is a heavy thing. Employment of a person with disability. You know, the persons with disability are in various disciplines. There is psychosocial, there is physical, there is hearing impairment, and there is visual. So again, there must be environment, or there must be a conducive environment to accommodate all of these categories in an event that you are intentional about it. Or if you are not, once you've employed this person, create a conducive environment
for them.
Yeah. Something that with the kind of disability this person wacha tumpe yeye akuwe receptionist, or is a degree holder, or even a master's holder. So again, there's a serious lack of awareness, and even on the employment. Many organizations have tried, but they're not so really intentional about it, because they're not calling to book. These people who have been have embraced lack of ancestability even in the employment. Because if you know somebody who discriminated an individual and you keep quiet about it as an organization, you're not intentional about this thing. Yeah. The other day I just did a serious press on ridicule and mockery of persons with disability. You even find that content creators nowadays find it so nice that they create content of disability. I mean, what do you mean? You see, so they are rounding off disability into nothingness, which will not be the case.
And they're forgetting that these people feel a type of way when you now try like zooming into their issue. Another
thing on employment, these people say that persons with disability are not coming out. What do you mean are not coming out? Well, already there's discriminations all over, even during interview sessions and all that. So there's that laxity that with the people. Now, when they are going out to look for these jobs, already that mental awareness of their being discriminated by the end of the day is already stuck. So that makes them shy away from it. I want to, in this channel, say that I don't like that word, that people with disability are not coming out. When your job advertisement was purely in word, how will that person with visual impairment, who do not have accessibility well, will get that information? If your advertisement was purely in audio, how would a person with hearing impairment get that advertisement? So the problem starts from how you even put the information outside there.
Your packaging.
Yes. How has the package been done? I want to defend persons with disability, that we've been coming out. It's only that how that information is reaching us. There are some jobs that are purely on gazette, on newspapers. How many people read newspapers? Fine, I want to take responsibility that we do not read newspapers. Fine. But again, as a request, can that information be channeled in other means? We are a digital world nowadays, where things are really digital. Are there any other means? Yes, there are. Why do we still use the old methods that have proven not to be working as much? Thank you very much.
Amazing. This is getting hotter and hotter. And yes, these people are coming out. You who are marketing managers, I hope you're listening to this. Package your message to include every person, and package your message in a way that kila mtu atafikiwa na hiyo information, acha sasa wafike hapo, and then from there you can know the way forward, but at least the information has already gotten to them. Yeah. So maybe when we talk about inclusion and inclusivity and peace building, how can we bring it to the mwananchi, to the normal person? Hatutaki more issues that are coming up to bring conflict that also leads to disability or accidents and all that. So when we start from the aspect of peace building, how do we go about it? To always, unajua kuna watu wanajuanga the only way you can resolve a conflict is through war. Lazima tupigane mangumi, tumalizane or something, yeah? So how do we go about that? Ndio at least some wars and some things that happen can be avoided.
Fine. You see, for there to be a conflict, there must be two aggrieved parties. The other party is feeling aggrieved in one or the other. The other party is feeling aggrieved, or might not be aggrieved, but is the cause of the aggrievity of the other party. Mostly in our societal setup, you'd find that both parties understand where the problem is. But there's another party who is full of themselves and do not want to agree that they have made a mistake.
They call it ego squeeze.
Yes, so
and my ego is so high, I can't listen.
So there's a lot of egocentric build-up that has piled to already fourth floor somewhere, that you do not want to bend and resolve something that would have been resolved. So I think first of all is to understand, if we get into a conflict, what are the repercussions of it? What will be the resulting? You just witnessed the by-election that had some were mad with violence. I'm told majority of our members, persons with disability, did not vote for that matter. How would they in such an environment? So you try to imagine if one person for example, in post-election violences had occurred and they got a disability, and now there's an election.
They have the trauma already.
Around, then there's an election and they are getting information that in that polling station where you are a voter, kuna vita inafanyika hapo. No, they won't vote.
They wouldn't.
And they can campaign even to other 10 people not to go.
Yeah.
That already is a consequence of voter suppression in that area.
Yeah.
So meaning already the quality of that exercise has been reduced. So I think the best way is somebody who want to bring conflict to think first, what will be the resulting consequence? Because people tend not to think about it. People tend to think that now, fine, let us deal with this conflict right now on a war, not knowing that there will be very many innocent people who will suffer indirectly out of, or even directly. I saw some stray bullet that hit some minors just on the other Sunday. Already there was a conflict in Kariobangi North. So those people will be disabled forever. And you see, they were not even part of it. So I think when we think of the consequence that is coming as a result of what we are here to do, that will enable us know that there are other alternative means that this thing can be resolved peacefully. That can only happen when people are made aware. People are even do not know what is called peace, that term. So again, it comes to awareness creation and proper information dissemination on the ground, so that people be aware of a lot of things that are consequential when they are not well taken care of. So peace building, it should be a continuous process, every now and then. A lot of gender-based violence are happening, making many couples again to be disabled. At all, if they would have known that would be a resulting consequence,
Yeah.
they would have not even indulged in it.
Yeah, true.
So just because they weren't aware, or there was not a supportive system to make them aware. So they are aware there. Many are hospitalized. They do not know whether they will recover from it.
Or not.
So, I mean, it is something that should be taken with a lot of keen interest. But again, it comes with the goodwill of the leaders. Some of our leaders, I must tell you, enjoy conflicts, more so when it is within the common manage. They prevail in it. So that's why some will even hire people to fight. Yeah. So it has been to that extent. But what pains me is that many people are becoming disabled as a result of that. It is so bad. Living a life for persons with disability in an non-inclusive environment is very difficult.
Yeah.
So the only way to enhance the quality of peace building is by involving persons with disability. Last year in May 11th and May 22nd and 27th, I offered a lecture to over PhD students in Mexico University, whom were doing a unit called peace culture. And my topics were framed on how to enhance peace building by involving persons with disability. And there were many case studies, and it was so nice. So I think with such kind of talks, again, our curriculum in the education curriculum are not embracing these topics we are talking about here. People are coming to learn about disability inclusion when they are already adults, they are already grown. Here in the University of Nairobi, where I was, people knew about what is called a walking stick, or this that persons with visual impairment use when they're in fourth year. All along, they have been thinking that is a serious selfie stick.
Yeah.
You understand?
And you can't blame them.
You cannot blame them.
They didn't know.
It's because even our curriculum do not support such kind of information. Yeah. I am glad that the Law Society of Kenya and the Legal Studies put a unit called Disability Rights Unit, but for the law students. So what about
other students?
Yeah.
So that shows there is a lot that needs to be done.
There's a lot to need to. However much the government is trying, I must appreciate the government is really trying. They have ensured that the act has been put into law. But then, see, a lot of things need to be done at even individual level, not even looking at the government. What even us we can do at our own sphere.
Amazing. This conversation is not ending. It's not getting to an end. I think we need a part 2 for the same, because there is a lot that we would love to learn from him, and there's a lot we would want to get to ask him, but now time is not on our side. Masaa imeamua ni kufanya ile kitu. There's so much we would really want to learn, but maybe as we conclude, he can tell us. Oh, we have like 2 minutes.
Okay,
yeah?
2 minutes.
So maybe you can tell us if it's okay with you, what happened to you as we conclude.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I acquired my disability when I was a young boy, baby, around 3 months. I was told that there was a fire accident that happened long time ago. I think still happens. There is these tin lamps that people use for lighting in their houses. So I was laid on bed as usual. Then there was some boxes that were placed just near the bed. Then the tin lamp was placed on top of that box. So being a strong baby who is playful and joyful, I grabbed that tin lamp, and it was full of paraffin. So I poured paraffin my left part, and it caught fire. So that's how I acquired my disability. So it's something that I would say since childhood, when my eyes were opening, I found myself having disability. So I've lived with it for quite some time now, up to now, so I'm used to it. Sometimes I behave, even many of my classmates, by the time we were finishing a semester, when they were asked, is there a person with disability? They were almost forgetting that I have a disability, because it's something I'm used to, and I tend to embrace inclusivity, such that even the society or my surrounding where I am would be so inclusive in a manner that you would find that that thing of having a person with disability is not there, because there's no conflict of interest or whatever happening. Things are very inclusive. As my parting shot, we are going to a future where we will not have special schools. I'm against it. We want every school to be inclusive, every institution to be inclusive, such that any person with disability can go anywhere, not only going to institutions of persons with disability. After all, those institutions are not being well looked into. I've walked into a number of them, and they are a little pathetic. Something needs to be done by the Ministry of Education on that regard. Matters, there's something I want to address, Dogo, just a minute. Sign language interpretation and sign language courses. Please, I'm requesting the Ministry of Education, do not scrap it off from the regular schools as you intend. I am requesting that you may embrace it. The other day I was having an activity in Makadara of girls with hearing impairment. When they alighted from the matatu, the society was looking at them as if they're people from Mars. They could not communicate. There's still a language barrier on sign language. Please embrace it. If any person can do it in those regular schools, please embrace it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That has been interesting. Thank you so much for coming, and have a beautiful day ahead.